The head of Drew Peterson's defense team is no longer part of the case. Peterson is awaiting sentencing after being convicted of murdering his ex-wife Kathleen Savio. Defense attorney Joel Brodsky removed himself from the case during a hearing yesterday. The Chicago Tribune reports that Drew Peterson gave Brodsky an ultimatum to either quit or be fired. A court motion was filed this month that accused Brodsky of lying to Peterson and of being incompetent in court.
Joel Brodsky joins us now. Good morning, Joel.
Good morning.
What did he say to you?
The Tribune gets it wrong again.
Well, what did Drew Peterson say to you?
Nothing. He actually wanted me to stay. I don't know who their source is, but they better get another one. Drew wanted me to stay. The reason that I resigned was so that the case could move forward. It was stalled with personality conflicts in the defense team, a lot of finger pointing in the defense team, and it was just not moving forward. So in Drew's best interest, I decided to step aside so that they could get a proper motion on file, and it's due in less than 2 weeks. So there's not much time left, and that's it. I mean, Drew yesterday in court, they asked him if he wanted to adopt any of those allegations that were made against me, and he, on open court yesterday, said no, he did not adopt not one single one of the allegations against me. He disavowed them. So those things are gone. Those false allegations have already been put aside. The judge said yesterday that they're a nullity.
Some people might find it hard to believe that if he's convicted, facing serious jail time, that he doesn't blame you or blame anyone. He's not angry at all. I mean, you're the lead defense attorney. Right. Did he not at some point say, man, you screwed this up or this up? Nothing?
No, actually, when we were done, he was actually pleased with the way the defense was put on.
But you lost.
Well, as Drew said, when the cards are stacked, what are you going to do? With all that hearsay, repetitive hearsay, with a jury that ignored all the forensic evidence. I mean, we had the greatest experts in the country saying that it was an accident, and they decided in less than 2 minutes that it wasn't an accident, that it was a homicide. In such a situation, I don't think it was a case that could be won at trial. I think it's a case that really has to deal with the legal issues of hearsay and such in the appellate court and not on trial.
Looking back, do you regret the publicity that you sort of generated, kind of pushing him on all these shows?
Well, I certainly didn't push him on those shows.
You could have told him to keep his mouth shut, which is what a lot of defense attorneys would have said.
Yeah, well, would they have listened to them is the question, and we did try to keep Drew quiet at first, but Drew decided he just enjoyed talking to the media way too much. He couldn't stop. So, at that point, if you can't beat him, join him, so to speak. But he wouldn't keep quiet, even though we told him at first that better not to talk to anybody. He insisted.
A lot of people might say that it was a big error calling attorney Harry Smith to testify for the defense. That was the last witness people saw. They point to that as saying a big, crucial error. Do you regret that, or is there anything you regret about the defense?
Not at all. Actually, it was a joint decision, and nobody objected to it before he was called. Everybody was in agreement that he would be called, including Drew. And Drew was pleased after he was called. He thought that it's pointed out that the Stacy hearsay was motivated solely by an attempt to want to extort money from him and not from any other reason. But the jury didn't see it that way. It's a strategical decision. And a strategy, which is different than an error. A strategy is something that works or doesn't work. An error is something that's wrong. It wasn't an error. It was strategy that the jury didn't accept.
All right, Joel Brodsky, thanks for joining us this morning.
My pleasure.